I'm here to explain why thiazides are used for nephrogenic diabetes insipidus when they're actually diuretics. Nephrogenic diabetes insipidus is nothing but reduced responsiveness of the kidney to ADH. When you give thiazide in this situation, it inhibits the sodium chloride symporter. So this prevents sodium ka reabsorption and it causes natriuresis because water also follows. So that causes volume contraction because of reduced extracellular fluid. This is sensed by our body and that activates the RAS or the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone pathway. When RAS is activated, there is increased sodium and water reabsorption in the proximal convoluted tubule here. In that way, reduced amount of fluid reaches the DCT and the collecting tubule. And that causes reduction in urine output. And also reduced ECF causes reduced glomerular filtration rate and that reduces the amount of filtrate. In totality, this addresses the problem in nephrogenic diabetes insipidus, which is polyuria. So there is a paradoxical decrease in urine output. Now you may ask me, if this pathway is happening in normal situations, why do thiazides cause diuresis? I'ma tell you guys. So in a normal dude, let's say thiazides are given. This sodium chloride symporter is blocked in DCT, that reduces sodium absorption, water follows sodium, that causes diuresis. Now volume contraction is happening in this dude also. But in this normal guy, ADH is fully active. Collecting ducts are also responsive to ADH. So the body ultimately compensates and conserves water. But in a guy with nephrogenic diabetes insipidus, the collecting duct cannot absorb water at all because it's not responsive to ADH. So volume contraction and sodium loss causes a very strong response via the RAS pathway.